study was done with results received from 149 participants. The results of the study were that those who wrote out their goals were more likely to accomplish them. A psychology professor at Dominican University in California did a study on goal setting with 267 participants and found that you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals just by writing them down. Why is writing out a goal so important? Because it forces us to clarify what we want. It motivates us to take action. A written goal provides a filter for other opportunities. There are so many options and ideas that come our way. Some of these options and ideas may simply be distractions. Having a written goal will help you make decisions as to how to prioritize and focus our time. It helps us overcome resistance. Everyone experiences the naysayers. With a written goal, you can focus on what you want versus what they want. And lastly, a written goal will help you see progress. They are like mile markers in the road. With all of that being said, how many of you are thinking maybe the best time to write out my goals would be when I'm completing my 4-H enrollment form? You're right. October and November is the best time to write out your goals for a Kansas Award portfolio. You've just finished up with project work from the year, so you know where you've been, and you can think about what you'd like to do to make the best better. However, it took me a while too as a young 4-H'er to see the benefit of goal setting, so if this was not on your to-do list as a fall activity, just think about what you did accomplish and use the following system to write out the goals you should have written in October. SMART goals is the system you want to use when writing your goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Specific means that your goal will answer who, what, when, where, why, and how. Measurable means that there's an action word within the goal that will tell you exactly how you're going to accomplish it. Attainable means that you have previous experiences that your goal will build on, and you have access to resources that will help you accomplish the goal. Realistic has two areas. Are you able and are you willing? Are you able makes me think if you're not double jointed, you'll never be able to hold a bat between both hands, swing it over your head and back down to your side again in a complete 360 degrees. And are you willing makes me think of my sister who wanted to pitch for the high school softball team. And she knew she could if she went and practiced every night. And so every night she would practice pitching against the chain link fence in our backyard. Are you willing to do what's necessary to achieve your goal? And time-bound gives you a specific date by when this goal will be accomplished. Writing out a goal looks a little something like this. By your particular date, I will use an action word by doing all the specifics. So some examples look like, by December, I will read a book about film photography and present what I learned in a demonstration. Or, by July, I will present my show rabbit to 3 different audiences to provide animal therapy. Or, in June, I will conduct a fashion review clinic for younger 4-H'ers. One thing, try not to use the word learn as your action word. Use words that describe how you're going to learn. Check out the Action Words resource on the River Valley website for ideas. Now, looking at Section 1, Goals of the KAP, you'll see their example has 2 differences. Those goals do not have a time element, and the goals are checked into categories: learning, leadership, and citizenship. So it's okay to take the time element off when you complete the KAP for judging. The time element is really for you. When you set your goal in the fall, that gives you a timeline so that you're held accountable for its completion. And the categories follow this thinking. If the goal includes the 4-H'er gaining new information, that equals learning. If the goal includes the 4-H'er teaching others and sharing information, that equals leadership. And if the goal includes the 4-H'er serving others, that equals citizenship. Then mark each box accordingly based on your goal. Now you'll notice in the example that some goals mark all 3 boxes and some goals just mark 1. Whether or not your goal falls into more than one category does not determine the value of your goal. Now, download the Action Words resource and write out some goals using the SMART goals system. Be sure to think of some goals that require leadership and citizenship. The next video will explain what a project learning experience is and how to display that in your award portfolio.